Welcome, returning and new subscribers. Welcome, y'all. Grand new moon in Capricorn, 20 degrees. Yeah, wait for y'all to get the notification. And remember, upon entering, to hit that Mars energy button, that thumbs up, cleansing yourself. All right. Stepping into the I am presence in connection to all that is. And if you are joining us during this live, only put comments of positivity in the chat. If instructions are not followed, you will be removed from the channel. All right, so only comments of positivity. Yes, indeed. As we are in this new moon of Capricorn, new moon's about planting the seeds, the beginning stages. You know what I mean? A clean slate. 111 on the timer. And it's also the 111 portal. So we got a lot going on. Okay? A lot's going on with this new moon energy. I'm going to take you through the signs and let you know which house it's in. You can check for your sun, moon, or rising, but to see what's going on in your environment physically or around you, that will be your rising sign. Okay, so let's get into it. Welcome, Amina. Welcome, my love. Ashe. We will be covering a few things. Greetings, beloved. Greetings. We'll be covering a few things during this live. All right, so we may be going back and forth from one to the other. Y'all already know the vibes if you've been here before. But if this is your first time, put on your seatbelt. Go grab you a pencil, something to write with, because you will also be writing down, or some of you have already written your manifestations, but you will be writing these manifestations and what it is that you are wanting to bring in while planting the seed in this new moon in Capricorn. All right. Presently, we more than likely are in the Saturn hour. Let me see here. Almost there, 6:47. We're in the moon hour. Then we have Saturn, followed by Jupiter, then Mars, then the sun. So I know some of you may want to tune into other messages that may be coming up around a certain time of day. So that's why I said, let me get up on here, okay? But yeah, we gonna vibe. We gonna vibe, and we gonna get clear on what it is that you're wanting to manifest. Because this is it, y'all. This is it. And you about to see what we mean about it is. This is it. Okay? This is it. All right, we're about to get started here. All praise is due to the Most High. Angels, spirit guides, ancestors, Mama Universe and Papa Universe. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of Mama Universe and Papa Universe. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of Saturn to provide us with these beautiful messages. The Lyran Ring Nebula, Fomalhaut, Cygnus, Constellation, provide us with the messages to bring through that which is in the imagination of the collective and bring it into their physical realm, materialize it. Let's do this. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of my angel spirit guides, ancestors, Mama Universe, Papa Universe, my soul, my higher self, gods and goddesses as me. For you and I collectively use our mind's eye to see, always in connection to the Most High. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. All right. So, new moon in Capricorn. Let's go through this here. Let's go through this here. We're gonna start with. Let's do. Let me see. So, let's go with Capricorn. The new moon in Capricorn is in your first house. So, Capricorn, sun, moon, rising. You are entering a new phase in your life. A whole new phase in your life that has so much to do with your maturity, integrity, honoring yourself, from breaking free from certain conditions. And this new essence of you has a lot more to do with the version of you that is not the conditioned version. Sun, moon, Capricorn, rising. What I'm going to do for each sign, because we're not going to spend too much time on this, because I do want to do the message, the reading for the collective. But I'm going to just let you know which house it's in for you based on your sun, moon, rising sign. In addition to a surrender message. Okay? So sun, moon, rising Capricorn. This new moon in Capricorn is in your first house. You entering a whole new chapter of the self. So you should definitely be excited about these projects that you're putting out there. Okay. So Capricorn, sun, moon, rising, your message of surrender to fulfill what it is that you'll be planting the seeds for in regards to the first house, which is the house of your identity, your life force, vitality. 6 months from now, full moon is when you'll see the results of what it is that you're planting at this moment. Capricorn, sun, moon, rising, you have surrendered to your intuition to bring this in, to bring this forth. And it's saying here to tune into your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. Followed by, ooh, okay, Capricorn, surrender to divine timing. Okay. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. And at the bottom of the deck, Capricorn, sun, moon, and rising, you got surrendered to miracles. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. So Capricorn, sun, moon, rising. That is your message for the new moon in Capricorn as you are stepping into a whole new chapter of your life, beloved. And congratulations. Okay. Next we have, I'm going to go in the order, so signs after, and then we'll bring it back around. Aquarius. As a matter of fact, let me go by the houses so y'all don't get confused. So the second house, this would be Sagittarius, sun, moon, rising. You have the new moon in Capricorn, and your second house of your finances, as well as your emotions and the depths of who you are when it comes to the exchange of both. Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising with this new moon in Capricorn, you're in a position to be in control of the way you bring in those finances, all right? But remember to be patient with the process, especially with Mars in Capricorn. And for those of you who are wanting to tune into the Mars in Capricorn message, tune in. That will be in the members section. Let's continue with Sag, sun, moon, and rising with the new moon in Capricorn in your second house. You're going to find yourself being more disciplined with this new moon in Capricorn in a fellow earth sign, second house, which is ruled by Taurus. In connection to the ruler of Taurus is Venus, which is also connected to the great benefactor, which is pulling you into that abundance even more so. All right. So there could also be a situation where you could be receiving assistance. So you're going to want to open yourself up to opportunities as well. That's going to increase your finances. So Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising with the new moon in Capricorn in your second house, your message of surrender is the following. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, new moon in your second house, you have surrender to joy. I love that for you, honey. A key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling during both the hard and easy times. Keep surrendering to more joy, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. At the bottom of the deck, you also have surrender to complete healing in order to surrender to this joy. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing, because this will be the key to this new moon in Capricorn in your second house of your finances, as well as your emotional security. Okay. It's going to be important for you to be open to the support that the universe is bringing to you physically, emotionally, and spiritually, not just one or the other, all three. All right, Sag, that's your message for the new moon in Capricorn. Scorpio. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. New moon in Capricorn is going to be in your third house. Third house has to do with communication and your communication with yourself as well as others. But this is also the house that speaks of information. So it could be information about so many different things. Now, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, this new moon in Capricorn, when it comes to your connection to others, you're being asked in this new moon in Capricorn that if you are noticing that there are any situations or people holding you back from living your truth and fully speaking your truth, this is the time that you're being asked to let that shit go. Okay. All right. So that way you can open up the doors, open yourself up to those who are actually there. And for some, this could be you reconnecting with those who you may have disconnected from. And the only reason why you're going to be reconnecting with these situations or people is because they are connected to your goal. All right, Scorpio. So the new moon in Capricorn will be in your third house. Look at that. Surrender to your full power. But let's see what the message is for you. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. New moon in Capricorn. Surrender message for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. How sway that Capricorn got so many different cards. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. Yo, and as I say that, we have officially entered the Saturn hour. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You have surrender frustration. So this got to do with these people. All right. These people that have been holding you back. You know what I'm saying? And stopping you from both speaking your truth and living your truth. So Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you have the message of surrender frustration, as frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. That is your message. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. Let me just make sure y'all can still hear me because I'm on a whole nother page. All right, we straight, we good to go. We great to go over here. All right. Next, Libra. We're going in the opposite direction because we're going by the houses in ascended order. New moon in Capricorn, Libra will be in your fourth house, which has to do with your home, family. Also speaking of the ancestors and your roots, Libra. New moon in Capricorn will be in your 4th house. All right. So this is giving you the opportunity to rebuild your home. Okay. This is also giving you the opportunity also having to do with expanding your family here, Libra. You could also be encountering a new family member, new interpersonal connections. And for some of you, this could even have to do with a new home or a new relationship. Libra, sun, moon, and rising. But this newness has to do with, once again, Capricorn, this energy that we're in, the new moon, is about you planting the seeds based on who you are, not the conditioned version of yourself. So that is the key factor when it comes to this new moon in Capricorn for all. That's the foundation. We're in the 4th house energy. Libra, you have the new moon in Capricorn in your 4th house. Libra is I balance. So on a collective tip, all right, for those of you who are here still up until this point, it's you planting the seeds in connection to the new version of yourself, the revitalized version of yourself, not the conditioned one, okay? Because from that point, you will experience quite the static and delays when it comes to your manifestations, all right? But we'll get a little bit further into that when we go to the collective message. But for you, Libra, sun, moon, rising, new moon in Capricorn in your 4th house, your message of surrender is surrender to your intuition. So look at that, which is also going to connect you to the most sacred, parts of yourself. Tune into your inner voice and be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you, Libra, sun, moon, and rising, with surrender, stress. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. That is your message for the new moon in Capricorn, sun, moon, rising, Libra. Next, we have Virgo, sun, moon, rising. You have the new moon in Capricorn in the lovely house of the 5th house, okay? Which is the house of things you enjoy, pleasures, also what stimulates your senses, your creativity, as well as love. Okay. So, Virgo, sun, moon, rising. If you are someone who wants to manifest new love in your life, baby, or you want to go on some form of adventure, step into new routines, a new habit, here you go. All right. But you have to be brave. Virgo, sun, moon, rising. You must be brave as you do this, and you'll see the fruits of your labor 6 months from now, full moon in Capricorn. All right. So, Virgo, sun, moon, and rising, this will be the time of your life where you could see yourself going through a massive transformation that has to do with what brings you pleasure. So your message of surrender, Virgo, sun, moon, rising, new moon in your 5th house. Beautifully so. You got surrender to passion, honey. Surrender to the pasión. Okay? Get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. In 5th house, Leo energy, solar plexus, also the heart, but that solar plexus energy is in that belly. It says focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. If you are in situations, my love, that are not doing this right here, okay, igniting your passion, that's a no. And then you have here at the bottom of the deck, surrender to setting limits. It is healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Virgo, sun, moon, rising. Practice expressing your needs and remember that no is a complete sentence. So if some of y'all know a Virgo, sun, moon, or rising telling you no, don't get too offended because they on this path now where they surrendering to their passion. Use that as a moment where you get to, you know what I'm saying, have that moment with yourself and ask yourself, what am I not doing for me that I'm just so into what they do? They tell me no. Let's move on. Leo. Leo, sun, moon, rising. You have the new moon in Capricorn, okay? In your sixth house of routine, habits, and your health, work, the duty areas of your life. This is about who you are becoming, Leo. Okay? It's time for you to switch it up right now. And you want to focus more on your health and certain habits that are not in alignment to, you having divine health in your life, because you can have all the luxury and this and that, but if your health is not in alignment, there's not much you'll be enjoying. So feel the vibe of you being motivated and inspired to balance out your life when it comes to your health routines. So this could have to do with workouts, the way you're eating. Use these next 6 months, Leo, to dive deeper into that. And watch and see 6 months from now. A whole new world, a whole new person, and you just out here glowing love. All right. Here's your message of surrender, Leo, for the new moon in Capricorn in your sixth house of health and habits. You got surrender to joy and surrender unhealthy relationships. Okay. A key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Someone else received this message too. Indulge in random acts of smiling during both the hard and easy times and keep surrendering to more joy, Leo. But it's important for you, as far as your health, my love, it got to do with certain relationships, okay? Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. That's your message for the new moon in Capricorn, Leo. Cancer, sun, moon, and rising. You have the new moon in Capricorn in your seventh house. The seventh house of partnerships, love, significant long-term partnerships. So with this new moon in Capricorn in your seventh house, Cancer, sun, moon, rising, this is giving power couple energy, okay? So you are now in this position where you can lay the bricks in the foundation when it comes to building this union. So I would say for you, Cancer, sun, moon, rising, expect the unexpected when it comes to this area of your life, because this new moon in Capricorn is in that area of your life. Okay, so you more than likely, not likely, ain't no like over there. Oh no, you will be attracting, okay, or you'll be setting the foundations of working with someone who shares your value, being in a partnership with someone who shares your values, your collaborative nature, as well as your ambition. Message of surrender for Cancer, sun, moon, and rising. That's something to be mindful of, Cancer, sun, moon, and rising. People who are not those that you can build this solid foundation with, okay? Capricorn, whoa, new moon in Capricorn in your 7th house. That could be significant for some of you with Capricorn. You have surrender frustration, which is what Scorpio got, and surrender denial. So, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, you're being asked to surrender frustration. It could have to do with this area of your life in terms of significant partnerships and love. You're being asked to surrender frustration and surrender denial. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma, the key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. I giggled that way because surrender to miracles is here, which is what Capricorn did get in the same position. Cancer, surrender denial, accept people and situations exactly as they are. That's where that likely energy came in. Some of you have to see situations and people exactly for who they are so that you can bring in this solid partnership, okay? So accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. And surrender to miracles. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. And for some of you here, you are already in telepathic communication with this partner here. All right, with the 2 dolphins. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, baby. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. I feel as though I've been going through it just a bit, but listen, new moon in Capricorn is a time for you to reestablish yourself, all right? So new moon in Capricorn, my love, will be in your 8th house of transformation and desire, okay? Now, 8th house does represent birth, death, rebirth, okay? So you are surrounded by protective and supportive energies that are destined to be on your side at this moment. But you're gonna have to release that which no longer serves you. Okay. So I know there's been quite a bit. You are an air sign, you can be in your head. You know what I'm saying? It's time for you to get into your heart and also having to do with your sensuality. 8th house does speak of genitals, right? So you would also want to be mindful as far as where you are at emotionally and who it is that you are engaging with sexually, right? Always take a moment to meditate and, you know what I'm saying, ground yourself and really ask yourself, is this something, you know, that I should be doing right now? Because new moon in Capricorn is wanting to bring in supportive, protective energies, but you're gonna have to let go of what no longer serves you, okay? So, trust is your key right now. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. Message of surrender for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. You got surrender to rest and sleep. Your dream time is going to give you a lot more answers too. And surrender the stress, my love, okay? So to prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit, Gemini. And then you have surrender stress. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go and come back to your center. Okay? So that's your message, Gemini. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. New moon in Capricorn is going to be in your 9th house of your thoughts, morals, philosophy, spirituality, or religion. You know what I mean? but you're being empowered right now to shine through in areas that have to do with your career. I'm seeing here for you as well, because it does speak of the 9th house. This could require travel, long distance, or working with people who are foreign, who are in foreign countries. Okay. Let's see here. Also, Taurus, if you feel as though where you are currently at as far as work is not allowing you to step into the way you have been broadening your horizon spiritually, physically, and mentally, it's time to make that change. Okay. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, New Moon in Capricorn, your 9th house, message of surrender. Okay, you got surrender comparisons with other people and surrender obsessive thinking, Taurus. Okay. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. If you're obsessing about a person or situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. So prayers are going to be a major factor for you too these next 6 months, Taurus. Okay. It's time for you to step into that Hierophant energy that you represent, the Hierophant and the Empress. Ask and you will receive, my love. Yes, you will, honey. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. You have the New Moon in Capricorn. Let me check back over here just to make sure we still connected. Welcome, y'all. Welcome, 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 welcome. Hello, Alana. Pantera Soul member, welcome, my love. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Where we at? Aries? Aries. Yo, it's Aries energy right here. Hype, okay? You got the New Moon in Capricorn. For some of you, a Cancer could be significant. In your 10th house. New Moon in Capricorn in your 10th house. Now, the placements that I'm mentioning for all signs right now is the same placement where Mars in Capricorn is. So Mars in Capricorn had a lot to do with you focusing on what it is that you have to do based on that area of your life. With this New Moon in Capricorn is letting you know, okay, you saw what you had to do, you know, where you have to get going. Now let's plant the seeds with what it is that is in connection to who you are, not the conditioned version of yourself. So Aries, 10th house represents public recognition, your achievements as far as your career, in connection to your knowledge. So Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is I would say this is your year on some real, because you do got the North Node in Aries. So you have everything that is necessary for you to reach higher heights. I'm hearing millionaires and billionaires for Aries at this point. Just saying. So Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, New Moon in Capricorn in your 10th house of achievements, public recognition, your career, and your career achievements as far as what you know. So some of you could be, starting your own business is going to be beyond successful, okay? But just, you have to be real meticulous when it comes to the steps that you take, okay? Aries, the first thing, and what you have to do, the remainder, I would say, of this year, surrender the idea and release anybody who you're connected to the idea that you can fix someone. Because Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, New Moon in Capricorn, the message of surrender for you to step into this achievement. It's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone, and trying is an insult to doing. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and the foundation of that, you have surrender obsessive thinking. If you're obsessing about a person or situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help you bring clarity or even solve the problem. And my beloved Aries, y'all the spiritual warriors, the universe. You the baby of the universe. You the baby. You the universe's baby. You the Most High's baby. Okay, so you're one of them signs that when you ask for something, you'll receive it. But at the same time, you don't want to abuse that power because you can get that same ass whooping too. Just saying. Just saying. All right, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Pisces. You got the new moon in Capricorn in your 11th house of dreams coming true, as well as social groups that you'll be a part of or connected to that's going to help with bringing your dreams and your imagination to fruition. Okay? It's time for you to put your ideas out there. Connect with those that are in the same frequency and vibration as you. And in 6 months, you want to talk about dreams coming true, Pisces? Yeah, this new moon in Capricorn is going to assist you to materialize and bring into the physical what's in your imagination. And you're the sign of the other realm, beyond realms. So all that you usually see beyond realms that you want to bring into this reality, now is the time. Okay? And make sure that when it comes to people around you and taking the lid off of this potential, that these are people that you trust. That is the key for you as well, Pisces, trust. So new moon in Capricorn, your message. Surrender your fear of change. And I'm also hearing, as far as people around you, these are people that you also have to release. You know, people who are not going to feed your imagination, but more so take you away from it. The universe is reminding you, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, that you are cared for always. Whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or relationship, or if you fear aging or death, repeat the affirmation. I have faith that all is well. I have faith that all is well. And Pisces, I'm going to say this during this Pisces message because the royal star, one of the 4 stars that holds up the heavens, Fomalhaut, is also in connection to this new moon, which speaks of shamans. It also connects to unicorns. So this is what I mean about your imagination and bringing it to reality. So Pisces, this is the time for you to become that legend that you are. Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay? It's that type of time. Okay. And last but not least, Aquarius. Aquarius. You have the new moon in Capricorn, my love, in your 12th house. The 12th house is the house of the spiritual realm, world beyond worlds. So this new moon in Capricorn, okay, is going to help you to bring forth that inner magical, divine, disciplined spirit of yours. You have an ability right now to channel your creative energy, and you, Aquarius, in itself, you out there too. You know what I'm saying? But with the new moon in Capricorn in your 12th house, you see all these things that you may have thought, or there's something that you may have thought, nah, that may be a little too much. Nope. That's the seed you want to plant right now in this new moon in Capricorn in your 12th house. Okay. So your message of surrender, Aquarius, I almost said Pisces. So Pisces could be significant because the new moon is in your house, the 11th house, and the new moon for you is in their house. So Aquarius, sun, moon, rising, surrender to your full power. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. And it's time for you to surrender defensiveness. I feel this has to do with something that you've been holding back on, and you've been defensive towards yourself about this, overthinking this. So it says here, defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out. Then offer a clear, non-defensive response, and this could have to do with people around you. Okay? So as far as what it is that you want to achieve that you may have felt as though was unrealistic, you may have to surrender energies that are around you that could be connected to this energy of defensiveness. Okay? So for the collective, the message of surrender. Before we go a little bit deeper into the Sabian symbols and this on that on this for the new moon in Capricorn. Collective message, new moon in Capricorn for the collective. What is the surrender message? Surrender to creativity. Ashe. And surrender to receiving support and love. And you know what's so beautiful about this? I can go into the Sabian symbol of it because the Sabian symbol of the new moon in Capricorn speaks of a relay race. And I know y'all noticed the thumbnail, right? Now, there's 4 legs or 4 runners to a relay race. We at the end of a generation stepping into a new generation. But here is the beauty of this new moon in Capricorn. Prior to us stepping even closer into the fullness of Pluto going into Aquarius, that in this relay race, y'all are the anchor legs. The anchor leg of the relay is the best one. So much so that it has the ability to pick up the slack. Okay. So if that relay team is not in the lead or winning the goal, you can look at this as a goal, GOAL. If that team, while they're in the race and the one who receives the baton last is the anchor leg, if there's a situation that anchor leg notices that they're not in the lead, this anchor leg has to be the one that brings it back to the front. So you see the type of time you in? Y'all are the strongest, the fastest, and the most equipped, which is why most of you 717 have gone through the journey you've gone through, because you can handle it. You've been preparing for this. Watch any relay race. This is where you'll see Sha'Carri on the anchor leg. You'll see Usain Bolt on the anchor leg. You'll see Flojo on the anchor leg, or Marion Jones, or Maurice Green, or whomever. The anchor leg is the strongest, fastest, and the one that can endure the most. So when we talking about this anchor leg and this Sabian symbol of the relay race for the new moon in Capricorn, that relay race, that baton is going to you. It's time for you to get that baton. And when you get that baton, it's time for you to get booking. So if you got to close that gap, which is what your journey was, closing the gap, so you can get back in the lead, this is where you at now. So this is why there's no need to complain about what you've gone through, because you were put in this position to bring the gold home. And of course, it touches me in a whole different way. Let's not get too emotional here. It touches me in a whole different way. Because as a track and field athlete, training for the Olympics, I've gone through many injuries, and it would always show up. The Olympics is every 4 years. It would always show up every 3 years. And you know, when I decided for myself that I was going to do this and train for it, was exactly when Pluto went into Capricorn, 2008. And when I tell you, all hell broke loose, beautifully so, because the devil brought me to all the temptations and all the darkness for me to really see who I was and who I am, the I am that I am. I really got to see the race that I was truly in, or the journey that I was really on. This race is bigger than just that beautiful red. Oh, now don't get it twisted. Because if I decide with this spiritual ability that I now have, not that I remember to have, I can easily, if I wanted to, go back in there. Especially in this Aquarian age, where we are destined to live a longer life. Many have judged me, even in positions where I had to, get the funds so I can go to my different trainings. I remember that the day that I did put out information about supporting my journey, it was only 2 people, as far as donations, that donated. 2 people. I said, 3. I'm not counting family. I'm just speaking of just people that have known me and were around me during those times constantly, because I was always the anchor leg. When it came to track and field, I was that anchor leg. Don't matter what relay it was, 4x1, 4x4, 4x8. So much so sometimes as the anchor leg, I had to move to other legs just to close up that gap. So there's certain times in your life where you have to be moved from that position of the anchor leg to be moved into another position to clean it up and then go back to where you were. On the 1st of January was the day that I decided to do the first ever live on Facebook. Because that's where most of the ops are. I'm going to keep it a stack. That's where most of the people are, okay, who have a lot to say. We have a lot to say about this journey and what I'm doing. But look at the age that we're in right now. They're required to have this knowledge. Now, I'm not shaming them or bashing them. It's just the facts. It's just the facts of the situation. This is my relay race right here. And so much more that's going to come from this. So much more. Because either way, I was going to impact the world. Either way. Because I was that athlete that I've been trained by several coaches, and not every coach was a great coach either. But we're not here to even talk about that. Because some of the coaches saw the potential, but they wanted to rush the process. Y'all better listen to what I'm saying, because this is you could refer this to certain areas of your life when it comes to significant partnerships. There were certain coaches I had that knew my potential but wanted to rush the process. And that's where injuries came through. But you know what? Each time I had an injury, I didn't complain or decided to quit. Nah. And even when I decided to step away, I don't even consider it quitting. It was just a journey that took its course for the moment that it was supposed to, for where I was going next. Each time I got injured, if it was my lower body, I took that moment to strengthen my upper body. If it was upper body, I took the moment to strengthen my lower body. The work was never finished and the work was never being stopped. So much so I decided, you know what? Let me take these courses, become a personal trainer, take these classes to understand strength and conditioning so I can train myself, because all these people are just seeing the potential, but not willing to go through the process. And you know when those doors began opening? I mean, honestly, I was already being recruited to run for a national team when I was 15 as a sophomore in high school. I was already being recruited to run for the national team, Dominican Republic. That's the team that I was running for. You know what I'm saying? So throughout that process, with having coaches, I've noticed more delays from the time I decided, you know what? Let me do this physically through my studies in connection to the Most High and just stay focused and disciplined. And I began doing things that most people would tell me that I got to be on a team or I got to have a coach to do this. I said, I have a coach. So first and foremost, I'm a Sag with a Mars and Aries. My coach is always going to be the Most High. And this is when I was able to get my uniform that most people would say, you got to have this, you got to do this, you got to. You want to talk about an anomaly? Again, come 2020, this, y'all already know the situation. But at that time, I started noticing the same pattern because it was being moved to the year after because of what was going on. But I noticed that fourth year, it began to move in the third year fashion the way it was since 2008. I said, wait a minute, what is going on? Now, from 2008 to this point, 2020, each time I would have an injury, y'all wonder why I connect the messages the way I do, because each injury I had, I was connecting it to the meridian of the body and which chakras it was connected to, so I can get a clearer understanding as to what is going on behind the scenes. This ain't just physical, because the sport I'm in is not, it's 30% physical and 70% mental. Because the body can only take but so much. And as a 400 runner, your top speed is 300 meters. You have to figure out past those 300 meters, especially when you get to that 350, to hold that form and bring that shit to the finish line. It's very similar to when you feel that you got all the odds against you and you want to quit. But that race is that 400 is a 400. It don't end at 350. It don't end at 375, and it don't end at no 320. It ends at 400 meters. You got to cross that line at 400 meters. This is another reason why when it comes to the chat, I tell y'all, be mindful of what you're putting in there, because it's the same mechanism that happens when someone is on the track and they're performing. Whatever they're thinking about, that body's going to pick up that message instantly. It's either you're going to hold that position, you're going to hold on to your values and keep moving forward, even when you're going through a period of darkness or pain. And if you hold on to those values, when you can transmute that pain into more power, listen. I said this a couple years ago too. I said I look forward to the day that I do train an athlete specifically for track and field. Because even in the moments that I was training myself and wanted to do this and that or whatever, I wasn't just training to just go. My goal was to get the world record. Fuck a gold medal. I want the record. Because the gold medal is going to come with the record. But Source had a much bigger plan for me. Source said, I need you to experience this feeling, this passion, this power within your body first. And trust where I take you. Now that trust connects to Scorpio, Pluto. I have a Pluto in Scorpio and a Venus in Scorpio with a North Node in the 8th house of Scorpio in Pisces. When a divine has a mission for you in connection to all that you are, trust every step of your journey with gratitude. And thank you for every situation that may be long-term or short-term, whatever it may be. So are you ready to bring the goal home? Because this is where the baton is being passed to you. This new moon in Capricorn is you taking the baton. Obviously, her race is not going to be 6 months, you understand. But in 6 months is when you cross the line. But the journey begins now. The baton has been passed to you now. And where the new moon in Capricorn is, as far as the area of your life, is where you're taking the baton in connection to your ancestors and the lifetimes you've lived. Because this new moon in Capricorn is also in connection to the Lyran Ring Nebula. Now, the Lyran constellation is where, based on certain people channeling the energy, is where you have the first essence of war, and where the energy may translate through one's body as the world not being a beautiful place. So that's part of the conditioning, you know what I'm saying, that you're being asked to disconnect from. Because if you feel and think as though that this world is not a beautiful place, then that's exactly what it's going to be for you. But that is not the case. Okay. You're here to bring the gold based on your goals. That's the Ace of Pentacles energy. Ooh, Ashe. We're going to read the Sabian symbol. Evelyn, thank you for your energy exchange. Infinite blessings to you, beloved. We're going to look at this Sabian symbol. We're going to pull a few cards because we got about 30 minutes or so. Remember 15 that kept on coming up yesterday? I checked the feed and Rod Hayes is doing the video today about 115 being the end of the Kali Yuga. I said, well. And it's also in connection to the 15th prophet. Sephiroth of Had is also included. Knowledge and wisdom. Yeah. The Sabian symbol for this new moon in Capricorn, 20 degrees. And the Sabian symbol is a relay race, Capricorn 21. Cooperation within the group. Excuse me. An aspect of who we are can only be experienced in a group whose purposes and ways are always somewhat different from our own. Group cooperation. An important aspect of social interactions is found when groups compete. See, this is what we're moving on from. is the competition as well. And the way one moves on from that is by being their authentic self. Because if each one is being themselves, what is there to compete against? That's also the beauty of that Sabian symbol too, being a relay race and having a connection to track, because with that sport, it's very easy to plan or come up with a race plan that is to overcome an opponent. But the best race plan is by you getting to know your strengths and weaknesses and going from there, rather than viewing someone else's way of completing that race. It says here, at some schools, there is a house system made clear in the Harry Potter films where children can learn to identify the two principles of cooperation and competition. Now, relay race is a metaphor for passing of responsibility from one generation to another. We each have our time on earth. For a while, we struggle to do our best to take what we can from the past and then present a richer, improved version to the future. A relay race. So, your ancestors have passed the baton to you, especially if you're here over on this channel. Yeah, you're someone who definitely received the baton to complete this race. The cycle breakers. The cycle breakers. So, cycle breakers. Let's get further into it. Let's pull some messages, okay? Let's see what further advice you're being given by the Most High, your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors. Yeah. The goal when it comes to the seeds you're planting as well has to do with self-sovereignty. All right. Let me see what other things we got here. Oh, and the fact that Mercury is in conjunct to the galactic center. This is what's allowing you to have these downloads, these cosmic downloads, the way you've been having them. So this is why dream time is going to be quite special for all of you here, okay? Well, let's get some messages. Let's see what the angels and ancestors have to say. Beautiful message, man. I ain't gonna front. That's literally why it took me a bit to come onto the live, because I was having a moment with that Sabian symbol. I said, yo. And for where I'm at in my life right now, the changes made to break out of certain conditions, ways of being conditioned, it's beautiful. So much so, you appreciate, because in order for you to evolve, you're going to have to feel what has to change. You have to feel what has to change so you can change it. And for each and every one of you, that's going to be different. You know what I mean? 737, angels and ancestors. What's the message here for the collective? Surround yourself with protective energy. Take note of intuitive messages. Love and let yourself be loved. Let's get one more. The arrow, the moon, and the heart guardian. AMHG. I just heard I am heart guardian. And then you have the white witch, be the light. Ashe. So you have surround yourself with protective energy for the collective message, new moon in Capricorn 104:44 on the timer. The moon, take note of intuitive messages, followed by the heart guardian, love and let yourself be loved. And the white witch, be the light, with the butterfly and the owl here as the animal spirit guides or totems. But let's see here. Let me pull some more messages from the mermaids. At the bottom of the deck, what do you have? Trust in higher forces, the shaman. The owl is also connected to Neith in the Kemetic pantheon, or Athena in the Greek pantheon. And I opened the book literally to the white witch. So be in the light. Let's read that. Take the higher road and choose the light. Remove yourself from lower energy experiences. The white witch card represents the maiden aspect of the triple goddess in paganism in modern Wicca. The maiden is a gentle, innocent, and pure aspect of the goddess, a loving soul who wants nothing but the best for the whole earth. Here she is joined by a horned owl, showing that she is willing to respect those with more wisdom and experience than she has. But she is also willing to trust what she feels to be right within. With this card, you are being reminded of the greatness within. The extended message. No matter what is happening to you or around you, you have a choice. Choose not to be pulled into dramas, bickering, or energies that are just going to limit your joy. If you are surrounded by people who are hostile towards you or someone else, or you are in a negative situation, perhaps in your workplace, you are being invited to be the light. You are an incredible person who can really bring light. So how can you change the energy? How can you redirect the conversation to love? How can you protect yourself? How can you help the person that is being picked on? Or are you the one who is guilty of causing the drama? You will know the answer. Know also that you are being encouraged to shine the light you were born to share. Stick, 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 stick. Pass the baton, huh? The shaman. And this is what you can work with in order to, this has to do with the heart chakra here for some of you, to embrace the energy of peace, trust in higher forces. And then we have the shaman coming through, which is connected to Fomalhaut, okay? The shamans of Siberia is also significant. Trust in your angels, guides, and ancestors if you have given your power away, and claim it back. On the inner planes, all of the shamans of times gone by are helping the human race to understand the complexities of life and the needs of Mother Earth. Many are working as spiritual guides to light workers and light warriors. The shaman card brings the energy of your shaman guides to you. Shamans believe that when there was illness or dis-ease, it was because a person's power had been left behind somewhere, or a negative pattern had installed itself in them. In trance, they will travel to the other world to recall this power and remove the demon. If this card comes to you, it's because you need to do some release work with lower energies, or with your lack of trust in the spiritual energies that are guiding you. The shaman will aid you in your quests. Extended message. There are spiritual allies in this the time on the timer 108, divine feminine energy. There are spiritual allies working in your favor, and their miracles will unfold much more easily when you move into a state of trust. So call back your power and stop allowing external forces to divert you from the miracles you deserve. Hand over all of your concerns to your spiritual allies. When you do so, you allow them to send you intuitive guidance and messages that will allow you to correct this situation and come out on top. The shaman card also shows that you have shamanic potential to move between the realms and connect with your guides in an extremely personal way. This is the baton that has been passed to you, is your ability of interplanetary travel or traveling through realms to retrieve that part of your soul that's missing, that's causing these dysfunctions, or you feeling out of balance, or feeling as though you may have been blocked. Seeing the 108, let's go to the divine feminine to see which spiritual allies around you. 744, lion energy. Come through Sekhmet, the mighty one. What is the spiritual ally for the collective? New moon in Capricorn. The warrior saint and the mistress of the labyrinth, Ariadne and Maya Bago. Hey, and Kali is moving with her, a 11119 on the timer. And Iyish Dios Gyal, Ishi Dios Gyal, Lotus, Lady of Lotus Born, is rolling with Maya Bago, the warrior saint and the Lady of the Lotus Born. These are a few that are coming through here. The warrior saint, I am a warrior of love. My devotion attracts resources and support. The Lady of the Lotus Born, embodiment is the deepest bliss. My body was made for enlightenment. Ariadne, mistress of the labyrinth, my soul knows the way and the only way out is through. And here you have Kali, the mother of the universe. I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am. With Kali and the shaman's energy, ooh-wee, you want to talk about power, because with Kali's energy showing up, what this message is saying here, anything that is keeping you trapped intuitively in your mindset, especially those situations that you are not prepared to disconnect from, you don't even have a choice right now. Which is why people are apprehensive about working with Kali's energy. Because once you call on her to help you with the situation, let me tell you something. Doesn't matter how much you love that ex or whatever, that situation will be never again. Never again. Well, you will have to pay a great price for that. And you see her energy. So what is the spiritual ally for the collective? Aquilanda and Saint Bridget. Wow, that's the with Bridget. It also connects to it's a connection there with Oya's energy and the change. But she's this Saint Bridget factor here is it's the light of the situation. It's not as, you know what I'm saying, 747. And then we have Aquilanda, the goddess of never not broken. Everything happens for my liberation. I choose to become only more love. I give endlessly because the light is without end. My soul is all I need. She's giving strong hermit vibes though. She may be coming through here as a saint. Okay? But I'm definitely seeing this hermit trickster energy, Mercury coming through here. And Mercury 11414 on the timer is in connection to the galactic center, which is allowing you to receive these cosmic downloads in order for you to release release at a cellular level anything that is causing you to reconnect with the condition aspect of yourself. You know, not your true self, basically the self that is in connection to the heavens. You know what I mean? And then we have Parvati. Hey. Don't ask. The goddess of devotion. I am I am a love that doesn't leave. When I commit to love, my soul evolves. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's something about this these divine feminines coming through here. I'm seeing the light, but I'm also seeing where they whooping ass and taking names. Not even taking names, they're just whooping ass and clearing the slate. Uh-huh. Yeah, that part. Yep. Yep. Lady of the Lotus born. This is what I'm saying. She's the perfect representation of what I'm saying because Shorty got a whole skull on her head. Watch out. See what I'm saying? Seductive as ever. Them eyes is iron. 115.51 on the timer. She got roses in a skull head. This is what I'm saying. Whooping ass and clearing the slate. You see the fan. You see the fan. She out here dancing. Fucking shit up. Hey. Watch out. Watch the other one. Sappho. I'm telling you. This one got the words. She got the words of destruction here. Sappho, the poetess. Oof. Because this new moon in Capricorn is about you. Again, you're taking the baton right now. So when it comes to the coaches and the other three legs, I'm seeing the leadoff leg, the first leg being a great grandmother who's just as strong as you, but you got that oomph. You know what I'm saying? That makes you the anchor leg to bring it home. And it has something to do with your words too. You know what I'm saying? Because your words is breaking through portals. Whoever that's for. I love every inch of my body and I love the women in my life fiercely. Let's see who else we got coming through here. Let me put these back because they didn't come out. They were just there. You put them back. If they come out, I call you. Let me see something. Who else we got here? Frasier. The goddess of discernment. I spend my time wisely. I only say yes when it's a holy hell yes. You see her face? You see her face? Watch her. Another one. Let your light shine. Don't dim it. Don't dim it. Greetings, Fatima. Greetings. Then you have Hestia. Another one. Look at all this light. Hey, speaking of the hermit, I'm telling you, watch this one's face. Before I show you this one's face in connection to what I was talking about, this one here, yeah. You have the goddess of sanctuary. No matter where I am home. So this is about claiming one's authority once again. The most sacred sanctuary is found within me. Look at these two. This is what I was saying about that great grandmother, and she over here smiling because she know, oh yeah, my seed about to, yeah. Y'all thought I came out them blocks quick, fast, and powerful. Watch the ankle leg. Watch the one that get the baton now. Watch. You know what's under her? This one. You see her face? You see her face? That's what I'm saying. You see that face? The Black Madonna. I transform pain and suffering into a greater capacity to love. That's coming down that home stretch. And what we call either a monkey jumping on your back or hitting a brick wall, but you still got to keep going. Yo. Our Lady of Hermits. with the Our Lady of Exalted Light. I'm telling you, these two here. And watch this. Look at this other one. She the one coming in with the dragon. The mystic of peace, Zhozhuang. I am peace. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. When your mind is clear, that means you got the Ace of Swords. She don't got to say nothing. 120.08, and then went to 13 right after that. You see her? Look at the next one. See their face? They came for business. They came for the business. Okay? She's giving strong Mars energy too. And a mystic of peace. Quite paradoxical. Who else? Lakshmi and Diana, the queen of the wilderness and the goddess of abundance. I choose to feel abundant. Wealth is an inside job. Another one. She's giving the sweet Kali vibes right now. But look at her eyes. That's what I'm saying. And then Diana, queen of the wilderness, queen of wands energy. The language of the natural world is a frequency of love. This is my mother tongue, and she will unleash the animal kingdom on that ass. Just saying. She will unleash the animal kingdom. Look who's right under her. Thekla, the prophetess of true power. I call my power back from all times and places. I am my own. Thank you for concluding that. With this lioness and the power of the heart. True willpower right there. See that? True willpower right there. You're your ancestors' most hidden secret, and you have just received the baton. You have just received the baton. Mary Magdalene. Right there. Right there. Yeah. There's a reason for this. 12308 on the timer. And it's so wild to me because I actually met someone who does carry that Christ energy as far as Jesus, the story. That's a whole other topic. Just enjoy this journey with a lot of the different texts that are out there and see what it is that you're being gravitated towards. Because that's your story. Many different lifetimes. So there will be different stories, you know. So this new moon in Capricorn came with a different twist. Let's see what's the past life energy here. Are we picking up on with this energy right now? What is this? Sisterhood of the Rose. That's confirmation. Love and let yourself be loved, beloved. It's time for you to blossom as the rose you are, the rose that grew from the concrete. And we have ships. Ships are coming in here. Huh. Why is this in this position? Well, not even so much why, because wars and battles came out sideways. Look at this. Karmic relationship and wars and battles came out sideways. What does this have to do with the collective right now? What is the message of guidance regarding karmic relationships that they may have been in war and battles with, that may be in connection to their love life or influence their love life? What's the message for the collective? The butterfly. Ashe. Ashe. New Moon in Capricorn is saying you're being guided to embrace change and detach from what no longer serves you. Karmic relationships, wars, and battles no more. Begin now to recognize your own beauty and elegance, and the world will do the same with the horse, freedom, elegance, and strength. You're being, I just heard required, okay? You're being guided to break free from the chaos and confusion of life. Take action and expand into your new journey. Creating balance of the mind, body, and soul. There are new and exciting opportunities waiting for you. All you must do is take the first steps towards them. And these steps are strong, intuitive steps, because that is also the ability of the horse. Its level of intuition, but also the strength it has to just power through different terrains. Let's see why this is coming through here. What is being required? What was that about? What is being required? What are you requiring them to do or handle? What was required? What is required? What is required? What is that? What is required? Alchemy. Shit. Okay. Also working with this symbol. Oh, fuck. Yeah, work with this symbol. Work with this symbol because it's going to open up some type of door. That was wild. That the way that, ugh. Okay. Because if you're still connected to any form of anger, rage, or energies around you that is wanting to pull you back into an old paradigm, work with this symbol. Metatron. This has to do with your mind's eye. What is required? Guided. Came out in reverse. Why did it come out in reverse? We have collapse. Yes, any false guides or false energies that are surrounding you, keeping you conditioned, is collapsing. It is collapsing. You're welcome, Fatima. Why did guide come out in reverse? Guided come out in reverse. And look, it's because it's causing a challenge to the root system. It caused a challenge to the root system. Well, this is 8. You got 6, 8, 8. The 8 point to star. Allow yourself to be guided by Sophia is what I'm hearing. Wow. Okay. Guided came out reverse. Root system. This has to do with the conditioning. Using this symbol is going to help you break through the conditioning. Okay. You've been looking at some crystal symbols with that symbol. Oh, yeah, get it. Just got chills. It's going to help you see, because where I received the chills had to do with Jupiter. You are Taurus. Jupiter's in your sign. And I felt it around the waist, around the hip area. The chills when I read that. Deep dive. It's going to help you break through and really allow this cosmic seed to grow. Right here. What else we have? We're going to wrap this up right here. What else do we have here for the collective? The masculine. You know what's wild about this coming through this way? For some of you, this could have to do with you clearing out, the father side, either your father or your parents' father side. But the masculine yesterday, before I went live, there was a message about the masculine and energy cord and panic. What else was there? That's all that's coming to mind right now was the masculine, energy cord, panic. The bottom of the deck, or the center of it, the heart of it, had to do with the feminine. But this could also have to do with the receiving aspect, or allowing themselves to express themselves. You know what I'm saying? And some of you may come from fathers who weren't able to fully express that feminine nature in terms of crying and the crying not being that they're weak. That is a symbol of strength. Because if you're holding that in, now you're creating cells that are tormenting the body. You know what I'm saying? We got fire. Root energy again. Let's see. Cicada. Ooh. And magic. Wow. Now the cicada represents the divine feminine. Cicada, powerful symbol of the divine feminine. The cicada masterfully dances between the light and dark embodiment. I put the cards up, but what's wild is the one that's at the bottom of the deck beautifully represents the ability to masterfully dance between the light and dark, or being that bridge in between the divine and the physical realm. Look who's here. With this at the bottom of the deck. And I'm just now seeing this now because of where we're at now. That's been sitting here this whole time. A cicada nymph burrows into the darkness of the earth, where it is nourished by tree roots during its entire descent cycle. When the ascent cycle is triggered, the cicada emerges above ground, where it finds a tree to shed its old skin and transform into the new. Cicada medicine is found in the cycles of emergence and descent within one's personal evolution and expression. The black jaguar calls to the cicada as a guide for the present cycle and phase you're in. The cicada, for this new phase that you're in, new moon in Capricorn. The white buffalo calf woman. My heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. The prophetess of the sacred way. Wow. Huh. Just take a moment and absorb that. And let's close it out. Her energy is very strong. That's yeah. Page 154. Because anytime I touch something, I can feel the energy it comes with. Some have a different intensity, but the white buffalo calf woman represents the sacred vision that gives us knowing that all will be provided for us. It says, Tisinwi, or white buffalo calf woman, is the primary cultural prophet of the Lakota religion. Buffalo are considered sacred to the plains people and are seen as messengers from the ancestors. A Lakota legend says that two young scouts went out in search of food during a famine. They saw a stunningly beautiful woman appear before them in a radiant white light. The first scout approached her with unholy intentions, and the second scout watched as the first man turned to bones the instant he tried to touch her. She was clearly Lila Wakan, very holy. Thankfully, he knew this. She asked him to approach her because she could see into his heart and knew his intentions were pure. She told him to prepare for her arrival in the village. He went back and gathered everyone together. She appeared before them and taught them the 7 sacred rites of the Lakota people, including the sacred pipe ceremony that binds men and women together in a circle of love and mutual respect. There she goes. An old page of your book of love is being torn out, 13737. Okay. When the soul selects her card, White Buffalo Calf Woman is a sacred reminder that we don't have to struggle to, we don't have to struggle to receive all that we've desired. When we join our heart's longing with action, we find there's a sacred way to move through the world. This sacred way is a path of steady, quiet alignment between the heart's intention and our every step. White Buffalo Calf Woman is an omen of knowing that all will be provided for us when we approach each situation with love. What she wants us to focus on is the intention behind an action, because that changes the outcome. Let's say that again. White Buffalo Calf Woman is an omen of knowing that all will be provided for us when we approach each situation with love. Not getting back at someone, not proving a point, with love. What she wants us to focus on is the intention behind an action, because that changes the outcome. She is a sacred prophetic sign that we can receive what we need without fighting for it or trying to secure it through manipulation. When prayer joins right action, and I'm going to say right in terms of the right brain, the intuitive aspect, the receptive aspect, okay? So when prayer is joined with the pituitary's action, when we move from that intention of creating only more love, then abundance is inevitable. And when we seek not just for ourselves, but also for the benefit of our loved ones and community, our necessities are divinely met. The most sacred path is the one abundant with love. And to close out the message, y'all, new moon in Capricorn, the soul voice meditation 14004 on a timer. What is my intention for the work I am currently doing? Or what is my intention for what I am currently asking for? The intention, my heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. So is your intention in connection to your heart as a compass, as the path of love is true abundance for what it is that you are currently doing or asking for? My loves, grand new moon in Capricorn, I want you to take the moment, okay, that you're in this energy to revise what it is that you want to manifest and work on this next 6 months, okay? That's going to be your assignment for at least the next 8 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes. Revise what it is that you are manifesting for this new moon in Capricorn, and be sure that you are applying the new and unconditioned version of yourself. Okay? I love y'all so much, and I just look forward to these new habits that you're developing, because remember, we was on this roll with the new moon in Virgo of establishing new habits, where we're getting closer and closer to that full moon in Virgo. Okay? I love y'all all so much too. Yes. And I'm going to see y'all on the next live. I'm about to go over to that Rod Hayes message, okay? Because he's talking about the Kali Yuga ending on the 15th. It's 8:15 right now. And you saw the way that number 15 kept on popping up yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So it's usually been that way in terms of when I pick up on certain messages, and there's certain people that tap into that channel that I tend to, listen to. They're just confirming from their sources in connection to their ancestors. So I love to see it. I love seeing y'all thrive and in love. And I'll see you on the next live. Shalom.